Hey, welcome to Talking Food.
I lost it.
Well, you know, it helps if, you know, do we have a millennial on staff that can help you out with your Facebook feed?
Nah, he's busy.
Okay, he's actually working.
He's actually working.
And his sensitivity is set to normal. Oh, you're getting a phone call.
From Pennsylvania. You know they're gonna try to sell me something.
We should take the phone call. Hello?
On the air. Hi, you're on the air. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Talking Food. Today we were gonna talk about food, but then I'm like, nah, let's make something to eat. I guess we need some tequila. This morning I'm not feeling it.
You know, I'm not either. So we should send a runner to, is there a millennial on staff we can send to go get tequila?
They have to be over 21.
Well, we're doomed.
We're doomed. Okay, today we're going to talk about tacos. Woo! Workhorse on the industry. Overlooked, thought as a food for the masses. Taco Bell has done a fantastic job bastardizing the poor taco. And actually, to me, taco is something really tasty and it should be healthy, not with the mystery meat from those chains. God knows what they put in there.
There's no telling.
There's no telling what they do in there. But what is a taco?
Which is why people eat it at 2 a.m.
Well, at 2 a.m., anything tastes delicious.
That's right.
Especially after a night of heavy drinking.
And then you pay for it at 8 a.m.
Oh, then you get the taco hell.
That's right.
Now, if you have healthy tacos, which is handmade corn tortilla, just made house-made toppings, it's actually really good. And it can be also something that a lot of chefs are starting to look into tacos. There's famous chefs up in New York, down in Miami, that they're putting tacos on their menu. Mm-hmm. And they're doing the fusion tacos. There's a restaurant called Naked Taco in South Beach. They take pork belly and they braise it and they top it with the Asian slaw and a taco shell.
Yum.
And it's like a hot dog it's a taco. You can put anything on it.
I didn't know where you're going with that.
I don't know. You can do anything to a taco, but traditional taco.
Yeah.
What's a taco?
Meat, lettuce, tomato, cheese, onions. Nope. Okay, meat and cheese. I'm sorry.
Okay. So a traditional Mexican dish composed of corn or wheat tortilla.
Okay.
Most of the times it's corn, either folded or rolled.
Okay.
With toppings.
Okay. So you can roll it.
You can roll it, you can fold it.
So if you roll it, does it become a taquito?
I guess so, a taquito. And you can deep fry it too, just to make it healthier.
Oh yeah, just everything's healthier fried. we live in the South, man.
Yeah. But here's the thing, a taco is generally eaten without utensils. It started as a street food.
And utensils? Like forks and?
Without.
Oh, without utensils. I'm just trying to imagine the taco coming into existence and people actually, you know.
No, and actually,
sorry, do you have a fork for my taco?
If you go to the fancy restaurants where they serve the taco, they still put cutlery, but they encourage people to grab it with your hand. It's a portable food. It's street food. It's been around even before the conquistadors made it to Mexico.
Wow.
The indigenous people will take corn tortillas and use it to grab food because they didn't have utensils back then.
Right.
So what they would do, they would use the taco or their corn, and they would just break it into little pieces, almost like in Ethiopia and some African countries, and they would use this to grasp the food and then put it in their mouth.
Aha.
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 And it started before even the conquistadors got there, and it then developed into street food. Now, if you go to Mexico, their tacos is like microclimate. It's like wine. Each region will do something different.
Right.
So it's hard to generalize tacos in Mexico. They will use different spices, different chiles, different marinades. I have been lucky enough to be to Mexico, the DF, Distrito Federal, with the big city. And what I noted is the pattern of the tacos, and trust me, take me to a street taco vendor, I'm there. No problem. And I will eat the stuff that it will make most tourists like, what are you eating?
But that's also a common theme, though. If you're a fan of the show and you've been watching for a while, you know that a lot of the foods that we're talking about are based upon different climates. Even going back to the Asian noodles and talking about pho and pad on the different ingredients that go inside. So I'm assuming that tacos are no different whatsoever.
Yeah, and and depending where, if you go to the coast, there's going to be more fish involved in the tacos. If you go towards the center, there's going to be more meat and pork. And some places they even have, and they have heightened the taco, and now they're using local rabbit, local chigüire, which is a big rodent, and they're still developing. Taco is not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay. There's people that have Taco Tuesdays.
Right.
In Finland, they have, when they celebrate, they do tacos.
In Finland?
Yes.
Well, why not? Because that makes sense.
I'm like, okay, I didn't get that one.
No,
Like,
that's
fantastic. It's getting known all over the world, and it's practical. I've even done for my kids' birthday parties that I do a taco bar.
Yeah, perfect.
I have done hot dog bars, throw a bunch of hot dogs, bunch of toppings kids enjoy. I've done taco bars. Like, very simple. Put a couple of meats, taco shells, a bunch of toppings, have fun. And people enjoy building their own taco.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I notice is in Mexico, and also if you go around town and you find that true Mexican food truck, that true Mexican restaurant, the traditional tacos it's still the base. It's a corn tortilla, toppings, and it's a protein topping, and it's topped with cilantro and onions. That's it.
And that's all.
That's it. That's your traditional taco. It's not the Taco Bell taco or the restaurant taco.
No, and I think actually we had a photograph of a traditional taco. I don't know which one it is, Amanda. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it looks like it's just got cilantro and onions on top.
Yeah, it has cilantro and onions. That is your traditional.
There you go.
This is your traditional taco. It's double folded. It has 2 flour tortillas. It has your topping, and it's topped with cilantro and onions, served with a wedge of lime.
Nice.
Not lemon, lime, because the lime brings a nice acidity into it. And this is the way it's traditionally served. And around Raleigh and Cary, there is all these food trucks. That's Mexican food trucks that they still serve the taco like that without a lot of toppings. If you ask them, like, excuse me, do you have lettuce and sour cream and tomatoes? And it's like, they're like, no, this is the taco that we serve. Like, fantastic. I dig that. And of course, there's a lot of tacos out there. My favorites are the ones that are completely off the radar. Meaning, the first thing I order in Mexico, it's like, you have tripa? Sure. Tripa is the intestines, beef intestines, that are slowly stewed until tender, and then they cut them and they put them in your taco. Okay. I can hear a bunch of people going like, they're delicious.
Yeah, you said beef intestines. I was like, I think the salad might be better.
they're so good. It's like, what about tongue taco?
Yeah, you've talked about the beef tongue taco.
Beef tongue taco. I couldn't find one that didn't have the time to
I'm really glad.
I
have tried everything, but it was the tongue taco. I was kind of like, I don't know.
You know what? I will cook it, braise it the way they do it. Bring it over here. I won't tell you what it is.
Yep, and I think that's the key to getting people to try things. Is just don't tell them what it is, and when they say this is amazing,
and you guys are gonna be like, this meat is so delicious, and the tongue has a specific way because it has so much connective tissue. So when you slowly braise it, all the connective tissue is going to turn into gelatin, and it becomes super tender and flavorful.
Yeah.
Now they have tacos de cabeza.
De cabeza.
Head tacos.
Brain tacos.
No, head.
Oh.
They take the whole beef head and they put it in a steamer.
Okay.
And they let it steam for 12 hours. And then they remove all the meat from the cheeks and the sides, and they chop it up and they give you the tacos de cabeza.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not brain tacos. That's what I was thinking.
There is also brain tacos.
Okay, well, here we are back to brain tacos.
Which are really good, especially if you don't know what they are, because it's creamy. It's like scrambled eggs. It's like the texture of scrambled eggs, a little bit chewier, firmer, and they're really good. But you don't have to know what they are before you eat them.
No, and that's probably why it's better that I don't speak Spanish, so that I'd be like, oh, this looks good. This looks amazing.
Road trip, we're going to Mexico.
Okay.
I'm ordering for you.
Okay.
I'm ordering for the white tall guy from Alabama.
Yeah, hey, that works for me. But you know,
like, ooh, tongue tacos, brain tacos. Don't tell her what it is. Tripa.
This is amazing. What is this? You don't want to know. Okay, great.
You don't want to know. Just eat it. Just eat it and smile.
Just smile.
Otherwise, the cook
you
will
eat sour
stab
cream for this?
They might give you crema fresca, which is milk that has been heavy cream that has been added cultures of yogurt and then aged a little bit.
Okay, so it's almost like a cheese, but not quite.
It's like a mixture. It's like half cream cheese, half cream, and half sour cream.
Okay.
Crema fresca.
That sounds good.
It's actually really good. Yeah. I couldn't find that at the supermarket that I went the other there, but what I was able to find is the typical cheese that is used on tacos,
right?
Which is queso fresco. It's a kind of cheese that does not melt.
Right.
It crumbles, but it stays there.
Right, and it doesn't overpower the top. The other top.
Not, it doesn't. Meats. It doesn't overpower it, and hold on. There you go. It doesn't overpower it, and it's actually it brings a nice saltiness into it. We'll try this one.
Yes.
And okay, the most popular tacos throughout Mexico and here in the United States. Al pastor, one of my favorite ones, which I made a little bit. Now I made it the non-traditional way.
Okay.
Which is I took the same spices, the annatto, the oregano, the pineapple, the orange juice, and I let it braise in the oven. Actually, tacos al pastor became famous with the first Lebanese immigrants that came to Mexico in the 1800s. They brought the shawarma cooker into Mexico, and they adapted with the local ingredients that they have there. And basically, the real taco al pastor is built like in a shawarma cooker. And actually, in Mexico, they call them either tacos al pastor or al trompo, because trompo resembles the same, and I have a picture coming up right now. See, it resembles the shawarma cooker, and it has the shape of that. Oh my God, what's the kid's toy that you take the
a top?
I don't know. You put the cord and you make it spin.
Yeah, it's top.
It's called a top?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that, or a beehive, or...
Okay, a top. So they call it al trompo. And these are layers and layers of pork and beautiful spices. Nice. And it's just let there and spin slowly, and when you order the taco, they go there, they shave it, and they put it inside of your taco, just like a shawarma.
Nice.
But, of course, with Mexican spices.
Right.
That is the most popular one. Because I was able to recreate the same spices they use here, and that's why you'll see the pork. You guys can see it here because we have the plastic one, so it's nice and bright in there. And this one I let it cook for 4 hours last night. Right. I stayed up just for the show to cook the pork, and I polished a couple of beers at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Hey. And they're very popular. It's seasoned with adobo and skewer overlap. You can also make skewers with it. You can make, but the most traditional way is the asador, which is the shawarma or the top
shaped. Behalf.
Now, tacos al asador. It's carne asada. They have tripe tacos, my favorite stomach lining of the beef, slowly cook and then saute quickly on the flat top. Melts my mouth. Okay. I would have made those, but I didn't have the time. I'm just going to agree with you
because right now I'm like, yeah, I'm not so
I didn't have the time to cook it.
I'm so glad you didn't have the time to cook it.
Chorizos and also chorizo, you just take the chorizo sausage, Mexican style. It's heavy on fat, so when you cook it on the flat top, it releases a lot of fat and it sears the outside. Nice. Again, double corn tortilla, onions, and cilantro. And there's a little also taco called molita, 2 tortillas, and what they do is they take the tortilla and they put Oaxaca cheese. Okay. Oaxaca cheese is a kind of mozzarella cheese, and so what they do is they put the 2 tortillas together, put on top of the flat top the tortilla, and the cheese will melt, and then they'll serve your taco.
Gotcha. So it's a cheesy taco.
It's a cheesy taco. It's delicious. It's delicious. You can't do it with the queso fresco because it won't melt. Right. So Oaxaca cheese is very stringy. It's very looking like mozzarella. Okay. A little bit lower in fat content. Right. And very hard to find around here. So I was like, please let me find some Oaxaca cheese, and I couldn't find it. So we have to settle for the queso fresco, and we won't do the molita, but it's delicious. Okay. Probably next time. So the taco de cabeza, what I told you, they steam the whole head. Yeah. Without the skin. And then they take the meat and they chop, and it's delicious.
I'm sure. I'm trying. I really am trying. I was like, that sounds exotic.
Okay, for your very refined and bland palate.
Oh, thank you.
No, refined. Barbacoa is also really good. Barbacoa is goat meat. Okay. And it's, again, seasoned, marinated, and then cook until tender, and then put into your tacos.
You can put everything in tacos.
You can see what the point that I'm trying to make is you can put everything in a taco. The base is a good tortilla. There's places and nowadays is people say, oh, it's hard to find handmade tortillas in your town. I'll make my own. Sure, you can make your own. There's some chefs that are making their own mixture of corn tortilla, and it's very simple. Just but you have to use a specific kind of corn. It has to be corn that has been treated with lime. And nowadays you can find your maseca flour or your corn, blue corn tortilla flours, and you can make your own dough, run it through the press, and cook it on the flat top.
Nice.
But I bet wherever you go, there's somewhere somebody's making tortillas. There's a tortilleria. It's a store that they only make tortillas.
Right.
And, oh, well, that is hard to find. No. I was in Philadelphia. I was going down the Italian market, and I found a tortilleria in the middle of the Italian market.
Who knows? Is that for pizza tacos?
Pizza tacos?
Well, you said you could put anything in there. And if they're in the middle of an Italian market.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sure, you can use this to make your gluten-free pizza. Put your tomato sauce and your cheese and your components, and you put it there, you let it cook.
Yeah.
It won't have the same,
You could.
Make your mini pizza.
Lasagna taco.
Actually, you can't do that. And I tried it once. I made a lasagna gluten-free using taco shells.
Aha.
Now, the texture is different. It's going to be more, once you cook it in the oven, it's going to be like polenta soft-like, because the tortilla is going to hydrate, and then it's not going to keep the texture like a piece of pasta would do, because the pasta will have the gluten, keep it all together. Even if you overcook the pasta, it will have some kind of texture to define the layers. But again, if you don't overcook it, it's going to hold the layers in there.
Nice. I'm going to have to give that a shot.
Tacos de lengua, tongue tacos.
Tongue tacos.
We gotta make those.
Lengua.
We gotta lengua.
Okay.
No, you know, it's a very simple process. You have to scald it in hot water. You have to peel the outer membrane. Then you have to let it simmer.
So you have to peel the outer membrane of the tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's like.
You guys have a lot of fun over there in culinary, don't you?
Every day.
Today we're taking the skin off tongues.
Yes, and not only that, you can do beef tongue tacos. You can do pork tongue tacos.
Pigs have tongues?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All mammals have tongues.
Right.
Yeah. And they're delicious.
Can you do whale tongue?
Well?
Yeah, that'd be like a really big tongue. I'm picking at you.
It can be arranged.
It can be arranged.
It can be arranged. Listen, there is
Call your friends in Finland. Say, hey, can you send me? I know you guys like tacos.
I do have friends in Denmark still, and they might, hey, Jordan, I'll send me
some whale tongue.
Some whale tongue. Listen, there's nothing you can take. You can take the cheapest and toughest piece of meat, and as long as you braise it long and slow, it's always going to yield a tender product.
Yes, and you did bring steak.
That's the only thing you're thinking, huh?
Well, no, I'm not thinking steak, but it is.
God forbid I brought. God forbid I brought the
producer Amanda and I were talking about this.
And God forbid I brought the other meat.
You've got to tell us how you did the skirt steak to make it so tender.
Steak. Yeah, let's do steak. Yeah, fine. Let me throw a ribeye there and walk out. It's like, yeah, ribeye, yeah.
My point is, you're gonna have to explain to us how you braise that steak so it falls apart.
You don't braise steak.
Okay, well, however you cooked it.
Okay, so skirt steak, it's tender, and now any steak, it can have the marbling. The marbling is the fat between the fat fibers. And the more marbling, the more juicier your steak will be, because there's people. It's no, steak has to be lean. No, a good steak has to have a good amount of intermuscular fat. Fat, when it cooks, it melts, and the fat will melt. It won't make your steak fattier. It will coat it in a nice layer. It will hydrate it, keep it tender.
Cool.
Now, if you cook I was going to say something bad. If you cook it to death,
glad you did.
I gotta think again. We're on the radio.
Yeah.
We're on the local radio station. We're on YouTube Live and Facebook Live.
Yep.
And
let's keep it PG.
Yeah, and it's not a private HBO show, so I'm like,
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let me keep it kosher there.
Okay.
So if you cook your steak to death, no offense for you people out there that like well-done steak, kick him out of the restaurant. You know how you make well-done steak at the restaurant, right?
Yeah, you burn it.
No, you mark it on the grill, you toss it in the nuke.
Oh, okay. It cooks everything from the inside out.
I mean, it's going to be dead anyhow.
Right.
Just toss it in the nuke. I'm not going to allow a table being held back because somebody wants a 2-inch ribeye steak well done. That's going to take 40 minutes.
Such a waste of good beef.
Mark it, toss it on the nuke,
Right.
and they're going to do delicious, my shoe sole of a steak.
Yes. You got ketchup for that?
What? No. So skirt steak is actually, skirt steak has gained so much popularity that it's ridiculous. Skirt steak used to be a cheap cut of meat, but now since it's become famous, oh, skirt steak tacos, skirt this, skirt that, now it's $10 a pound.
Supply and demand.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I can go right now to the supermarket and get a nice ribeye steak for $6.99 a pound.
Yep.
But skirt steak, it's 10. Yes, supply and demand. Unfortunately, we fall into that game. So, the magic of TV.
Through the magic of TV, this is miraculously just popped out.
We can't see it here. So.
No, we can't. I mean, that fire marshal would come in and get us.
No, and we went to keep the show. So, this beautiful skirt steak, what it did is, and I'm gonna get it out of my half hotel pan. Oh, he's using restaurant equipment. Well, yeah, that's
your culinary instructor. It kind of makes sense.
Absolutely. So, hold this so we can show this beauty.
Okay.
And there it comes out. Can you hear the angels? Look at that. So, oh, hold on.
And we're gonna put the juices
Oh,
on it.
hell yeah! Look at that. Yum. And the reason that it hasn't lose a lot of juices is because we let it rest. You always let your steak rest. So this bad boy, very simple. I like to cook it on the cast iron pan to get all of this caramelization. It's called the Maillard effect.
Right.
If you did it on the grill, you will end up with grill marks. But I took this morning the cast iron pan, got it really hot, and sear it on one side for about 5 minutes. Flip it over, sear it for 3 minutes, and then put it into the hotel pan.
Let it rest.
Let it rest, and the natural heat is gonna basically, it's called carryover cooking. The heat that is inside of the steak is gonna finish cooking it to a nice medium.
Perfect.
Because we don't kill steak in my planet.
No.
Now, notice that the fibers, you can tilt it like this a little bit, it's not gonna, notice that the fibers are running this way. And every steak will have fibers somehow. The trick is, and most people make the mistake, they take the knife and they start cutting the steak this way along the fibers.
Right.
That's gonna make it chewy. You always gotta cut against the fibers.
Okay.
So for this one today, we're gonna cut it in half, and then we're gonna cut it against the grain.
Into small taco-sized pizzas.
Into the small taco-sized pizzas.
Perfect.
And of course, here, do it first. You had the eyes on that bad boy.
No. My main thing to talk about, not today about tacos, but when you brought the steak, I was like, oh, it's a really good thing that we can share with them on Facebook is how do you make this tender? Because a lot of people will do skirt steak completely wrong. Completely wrong.
And I like to do it, another way I like to do skirt steak is directly on coals.
Okay.
Like
straight on coals.
On coal. I don't like to use the briquettes because they have too much chemicals in there. I like to use hardwood charcoal.
Okay.
You light up your grill. When it turns amber, put the steak right on the coals. Oh, but what about the ashes? Don't worry, you put worse things in your mouth.
Yeah, you're breathing in worse things right now.
Yeah, but it's straight on the coals. There is no oxygen between the steak and the coals, and it doesn't flare up.
Right.
So it creates a nice searing agent. Flip it over. Once it's ready, shake it off a little bit, put it in aluminum foil in a pan, let it rest for about 15 minutes. Perfect. It's delicious, and it has the beautiful wood taste into it. Charcoal. Now, tortillas, corn tortillas, when they come out of the package, if you try to fold them, they'll break. And that is with all corn tortillas. The trick is, with corn tortillas, to
heat them.
Not only they're gonna become more flexible and not gonna break, they're gonna start creating this like little pockets. They're gonna start puffing up, and it's gonna become nice and tender. And it still is gonna be, you're gonna be able to fold them. Now, if in your town you're lucky enough that there is a couple of Mexican markets, there is a lot of good brands of store-bought corn tortillas that are, I want to say handmade, but quality made. They're going to be quality made, and they're going to be really good.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, what about the 99-cent corn tortilla from the supermarket?
Sure, if you want to.
Listen, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But trust me, to get the quality tortilla is going to cost a couple of bucks more. You get something that is probably locally made. See if there's a local producer. If you live in Pennsylvania, buy from a local Pennsylvania producer. That way we put less carbon footprint in the air. Don't buy tortillas that came from California. Somebody is making tortillas near your town and trying to make that part of your local movement. Here at school, we have an herb garden in the back, and we always try to teach our students to try to buy as close as home as you can.
Makes sense.
Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes you need those strawberries in the middle of January,
right,
because you're doing a kidding event and they want strawberries.
They have to have strawberries.
They have to have strawberries. You know what? That's fine. Bring the strawberries from wherever they need to come, but try to keep it as local as you can.
Absolutely.
Cut your steak.
Well, I would. I don't have a knife.
Hold on.
Okay.
No.
I was like, oh, it's your show, chef. Oh, you want me
Every
to
chef has a pocket knife. Every chef.
That's a cleaver.
This is my favorite knife, and I can only use it
Well,
here
good, because the
at school.
one you've been bringing lately was just like dull.
This is my favorite knife, and this is a knife you're not supposed to use in the kitchen because it has a wooden handle and it can harbor bacteria according to the National Safety Sanitation Foundation. But so you're not supposed to be using in commercial operations.
Right.
Since we're not selling the steaks,
We're not.
I'm gonna pull out my favorite knife.
Okay.
And it's nice and light. It's a mixture between a cleaver and a knife. Super light, and my students see me using this, and they're like, "Okay, so we need to buy a knife like that." I'm like, "No. This is my favorite knife." Okay, so we need to buy it. No, just okay. So I stop using it in my beginner classes. So I bring it out only for special occasions.
Is this a special occasion? Ooh, it's light.
Nice. I know,
Holy
and it's
smokes.
sharp. Hold on.
Well, I hope
get
it's
you some space. Okay,
I would hope it's sharp.
but if it is not sharp, I use my pocket knife.
So you wanted to cut this in half and then cut it along?
Yes, you're gonna cut it in half along the fibers.
Okay.
Look at the color inside.
Let's see if we can get this on the camera. Oh, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Good shot, Isaac. Nice.
Of course, my daughter will go like, "Oh my God, it's so raw,"
No.
and just to like be against her daddy's better teachings, she's gonna cook it to death.
So we're going to cut this against the grain.
Against the grain. Oh, you're lefty.
Yeah, I know.
Try to go as thin as you can.
Thinner.
Thinner. That way it yields more, so we can feed these people.
That's true.
Because I bet you there's people already lurking around. Like
They do lurk as well, but we invite them to lurk.
yeah, we can invite them to
We
lurk.
do. He's like, come on, watch the show, drop by, stand in line.
And make sure you hit like and share us.
Yes, share. The numbers are great. In fact, our numbers are up, Chef.
Do you need help cutting?
Shut up.
Not really. It's like, I brought you a nice knife.
No.
Sharp.
I'm good. Thank you.
You're kind of killing them.
All right. Smarty. Smarty.
Hold on, let me see, because probably this is not sharp enough. I'm just trying to see here. Gotta flip it. No, you're doing a fantastic job. It's fine. Hold on. I just needed to make sure that I put the right seasoning in this.
Uh-huh. Oh, is that what this is? You just have to make sure that you put the right seasoning? Uh-huh.
Just, it's for the love of research, right?
Well, that's why we do the show.
For the love of research.
We're teaching people things, and of course, we're always hungry. So.
And we're always hungry.
We're always hungry. I'm still waiting to do the mixed drink show.
Oh, we need to do that, and we need.
We'll
to
have to do it around 5.
And we need to have Uber standing about and take me back home because no.
Get Tar River Transport, out here.
Tar River Transport. Okay, so a couple of things that traditionally are served with the tacos. Now, remember, you can do anything with tacos. When I mean anything, my daughter was having a sleepover, at a friend's house, and I'm like, of course, I'm curious. So what did you have for dinner? Oh, we had spaghetti tacos. I'm like,
I'm imagining his face right
What?
now. Yeah, what?
and of course my daughter goes, and they were delicious. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, back it up. You had what? Spaghetti tacos. I'm like, I sit down and I'm like, please walk me through it. Oh, well, you take hard shell tacos
And you put spaghetti in them?
and you make spaghetti and tomato sauce, and then you put the spaghettis inside of the hard shell tacos and you eat them.
Okay, so my question, as usual on the show, is why?
I guess because you can,
Yeah, but just because you can doesn't mean you should.
but they did.
Oh.
But they did.
Were they the only ones home? Were they not being supervised?
No, there was an adult with 3 children, and it seems like spaghetti taco is the way to go in this household.
Okay, well,
I'm like,
to each his own.
oh, okay. I've seen stuff, trust me. My students have helped me see stuff, but
I've seen stuff. Chef, I want to try this. No, you do not want to try that.
and I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
Go for it.
Go. I mean, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. It's like using nitrogen on stuff. I
But
don't
you know what? In
Yes, I had to pick on Isaac.
on Isaac. Why am I picking on Isaac? What do you
He's
do?
graduating on Friday, so we're proud of him.
Oh, he's graduated. Isaac, our cameraman, is graduating the culinary program, and he's interested into TV, and he's a talented musician. He's gonna go places that we are never gonna be.
No, he's going to be right here.
Oh no, he's going places. Now, the hard shell taco. I need to talk about this.
Okay, hard shell tacos.
Where did they come from? I don't know.
Where they come from? Well, I would imagine that
It's
they take the corn tortilla, they put it in a little mold and throw it in the grease.
I know, but
Oh.
who came with it?
Taco Bell.
I know, but really? Because you're going to put your toppings in there. And then what's going to happen is,
Yeah, well, they break
And
and,
you're gonna
they
go-
get soggy. Okay.
I don't get it. And the people put, now, this is what I would do
Okay.
to solve the hard shell problem taco.
Okay. Take that.
Fluffy tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I got refried beans.
Okay.
And you take your refried beans.
And wrap it.
Now, you're often in a vessel.
It's got a little bit of texture in there. It's not going to fall apart on you.
No, it's not going to fall apart on you. You can put whatever you want inside there. And when you bite it, it's not going to crack. But let's go back to the traditional taco.
Okay.
Here's your traditional taco. Tortilla.
2 of them.
Tortillas.
2 tortillas. Yep.
Your toppings. Now, delicate balance of toppings. You don't have to put too much of it.
No.
And people, we have this bad habit of overstuffing stuff, over-putting stuff into things. That is your traditional taco.
The cilantro?
So I got Vidalia onions.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah, because the other onions are going to be like,
Oh, no. The
It's like-
vadellas, man.
no,
You
and I
can't
got,
go wrong.
and we probably have dates tonight. Just a little bit of onions.
What's tonight, Tuesday? No, no date.
No date.
Just home.
Oh, okay. Wife going to sleep early today.
I'm sure.
And that's it.
There's
That
your
is the traditional taco. Served in any food truck, in any place in Mexico, that is your traditional taco. Now, most of the times it's going to be accompanied by the following.
Okay.
Some people will give you radishes.
Radish? You are a radish fiend.
I like it. What can I tell you? They're gonna give you radishes, and actually provides a nice little crunch, and it's fresh. It will cleanse your palate. So they will either ask you if you want it sliced, if you want it whole, and sometimes they'll just put it like that, right on your plate.
Oh, nice.
And you eat it along
with
with
it?
your
Yeah.
with your taco. If you have it sliced, then it is as simple as a couple of slices on your taco, and you eat it with it. I like to eat it side by side. Another component that you're gonna have in your traditional tacos is
Oh, now this looks amazing.
pickled jalapenos. These are jalapenos en escabeche. They're cooked in a mixture of vinegar and oil,
Okay.
and a couple of spices, and they'll serve it just like this. So you have the choice of either put it inside your taco or eat it as is. And with this, guys, sorry, I made this and I put it all in a container. They also come pickled carrots. Now, I wish my friend, my chef Daniel Friedman was here. He's a very successful chef in Mexico. He graduated with us at the CIA. I wish I could bring him here for this show. But
That'd be great.
that would be your typical authentic taco,
Okay.
without so many things. Now, are you allowed to put whatever you want on it?
Of course.
Yes, you can. Now, a couple of traditional sauces you're going to find in all your Mexican restaurants, taco trucks, is tapatio. It's a mixture of cayenne peppers, cumin, and spices. Really good. Or you can make your tomatillo salsa, which I take the tomatillos, rub them with oil, put them on top of the burner so it can char a little bit,
Right.
and then chop it up with a little bit of cilantro and garlic and onions, and get your green sauce.
Nice.
Or you can just take your tomatoes, you roast the tomatoes on the, again, you take your tomatoes, I rub them with oil, put them right on top of the burner so the outside skin can char, and then run it to the food processor.
And that is
Red salsa.
red salsa.
And I like to run it through the food processor, not through the blender.
Right.
If you run it through the blender, it will give it too much of a liquid consistency.
Right.
Some people like it, some people don't. I like mine chunky.
Right, and that's a lot of times when you go to local establishments, you end up with that, and they call it restaurant style salsa, but it's basically liquid tomato with some jalapenos in
And you know,
there.
each restaurant will have their own recipe.
Absolutely.
Each restaurant will have their own way to do it. I go to a restaurant in Cary called Rancho Grande. Not only they have pico de gallo, but they have a mixture of nopales. Nopales is cactus. All cactus are edible. But nopales, it's a very wide cactus leaf that has thorns. And what you do is you remove the thorns, you grill it lightly so it becomes flexible, and then you dice it.
Okay.
And you add that to your pico de gallo, or you can just dice it and add that on top of your...
What type of flavor is it adding to the pico de gallo?
It's imagine seaweed meets earth, and at the same time meets a pear.
Really? So you kind of get a sweetness of the pear and a little more earthy flavor?
An earthy flavor, and it has a natural saltiness to it.
Nice.
But seaweed tastes like the ocean. Okay, let me take that back. It has a natural saltiness. There's a nice crunch because you're supposed just to char the cactus leaf. You're not supposed to just burn it.
Right.
You cut it so it becomes flexible, so it cooks a little bit. Also, when you cook it, it removes a little bit of the sliminess that cactus naturally has.
Right.
It's like eating aloe vera, the plant of aloe vera.
Or okra, with the sliminess of the okra on the inside.
See, what the intestines for you is okra for me.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
see, I can see that. Okay, I can see that. There's a lot of
You
people
like
that don't-
okra?
I love okra. I love it roasted. I love it fried. I love it raw.
It's slimy. It's nasty. It doesn't taste like
tasty.
anything.
It tastes like okra.
Okra, not Oprah, right?
No, not okra.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I don't know what she tastes like.
Oh, no. I don't know either. She tastes like millions, I guess.
Yeah, she
tastes like
money.
she tastes like millions and millions and millions and TV shows and millions.
Yes, that's what
This is Oprah flavor. It tastes like millions. Yeah.
It's like money.
Now, yes, in the magical TV, we're gonna make carne al pastor.
A pastor?
So imagine we took all the spices, we put them on the, you can put out crock pots or slow roasted in the oven, you let it sit there for 5-6 hours, and now you have this beautiful, tender pork that falls into pieces. And most restaurants or taquerias, they will have their meats cooked already.
And they heat
Because
them up.
Yeah, because it takes a while to make.
Absolutely.
So they
You
will
can't
have,
cook to order 6 hours of
No, you
braising
can't.
pork.
or like I love another taco that I love is taco de sudadero or barriga, which is the belly, and it's brisket.
Right.
You can't cook brisket in 2 minutes.
no.
So of course they simmer the brisket
Yeah.
in their own spices, And when you order it, they reheat it and give it to you. Same with the tongue. All those cut of meats that require long simmer and long cooking, they're already made. So also, if you have, if you're in a rush and you know which tacos go faster, use anything that has been braised already.
Right.
They'll heat it up, put it in a tortilla, and off you go.
This is amazing.
It's amazing.
And we say you can't do it yet. You know, technology's coming along. Pretty soon they'll have an app for that, and you just point the app at the pork and it braises itself.
No, listen. There's something about. It's like a couple of our students. They love to go with molecular gastronomy. Are we looking at one? Yeah. And molecular gastronomy, I respect it. It's interesting. I was involved with it at one time. And you have to take an item and you cook it, and then you dry it, and then you freeze it, and then you reconstitute it, and you transform it into another food. And I used to make sauces like that. And I worked for this restaurant down in Miami called La Broche, and they're straight disciples of Ferrat Adrià, and all this emulsification, spherification, and it was fun. But then as I grow older, or wiser, one of them two, I don't know which one.
Both.
I'm like, you know what? I like to treat food less and less. I want for the natural flavors to come out. I want for the jalapeno just to be lightly pickled, or my tomato salsa just manipulate it as little as possible.
Yeah.
Chef Carlo, what's your favorite dish? Pasta, tomato sauce, glass of wine, bread.
Done.
In the program we teach 4 weeks of fish cooking. And I teach them how to do the traditional papillote and how to grill fish. And what's your best recipe for fish? Cook the fish.
Capers.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Cook the fish, eat the fish. Done. Keep it simple. Saute, grill, or broil. I don't like to add any sauces to it because the fish is flavorful already, especially when you're using cod or you're using a nice turbo or a nice flounder. Avoid tilapia.
Yeah.
And but what else would you put in it? Slice of lemon, and that's it. Enjoy the natural flavor of the fish. But okay, fine. Give me a magic sauce. Okay, fine.
Butter and capers.
Butter and capers.
Yep.
Fish goes well with any kind of butter sauce. And my favorite butter sauce: stick of butter, capers, salt, taste fantastic. And that goes with everything. It can put on pork chops, but fish it really benefits from butter sauces. Tacos. Somebody asked, you're going to make fish tacos? Yes, we could make fish tacos. I love fish tacos. You got to cook it. We got to put them in here. It's going to create too much. I don't want to activate the alarms here. But fish tacos, again, it's another planet. You can take your traditional recipe for fish and chips and take that cut, deep fry it, and put it right there.
That's right.
Take shrimp, saute it quickly, salt and pepper, a little bit of lime, put in your taco shell, and add your nice toppings into it. Keep it simple, or make it complicated.
Or yeah, absolutely. Once again, it is a blank canvas. Have a good time with it.
And trust me, I have. And you can go. There's actually in the Manhattan. There's a lot of famous chefs, which now I cannot remember the names, that they have taco bars. They like to escape their high stress environment of the restaurant. And hey, I want a taco bar, something simple. Let me have fun with it.
Yeah.
And guess what? They create a better cash flow than the 5-star restaurants. Because if you see this, all of this, the food cost here is really low.
Yeah.
You can sell this one right there for $3.
Right.
Probably that costs us to make 50 cents.
50 cents worth of ingredients in there.
So we're talking about almost a 400 markup on the item, and people will pay willingly.
Absolutely.
Especially
for good ingredients that taste good.
And I don't understand why people have not embraced more tacos in the restaurant industry, just because we can.
Because, why not?
I don't know why people have not embraced, restaurant owners, they have not embraced more tacos in the industry. Because really, you have already the ingredients there. Make the taco.
Yeah.
It's just a couple of add-ons, and you're going to be able to serve tacos. Okay, so we got the pork. Look how nice and tender it is.
Looks lovely.
Okay.
And we've got about 15 minutes, Chef.
That's it?
That's it.
Jesus.
We've had a good time.
Okay, so Ooh, that is quite, yikes.
Yeah.
Those are spicy. Hold on, I need to breathe. I just got a whiff of the hotness.
Yeah, it was strong.
I'm sorry, it just sneezed right on the microphone. I just made a bunch of people like deaf in there. I'm sorry.
It did, 'cause with not a lot of ventilation going on in here, and you stuck those on there. I was like, woo!
Like, wow. Woo. I wasn't ready for that.
Jalapeno.
Oh, yeah. Jalapeno on a stick.
On a stick.
On a stick. Jeff Dunham, great comedian. Okay, so the carnitas al pastor are getting ready. Now, carnitas, it will be to take this pork and deep fry it.
Right. Can't go wrong with that.
No, same marinade, just drain it and then deep fry it. Is it delicious? Absolutely. Is it loaded with fat? I know, but it's really good. Okay, so I also like when they reheat and you also get a sear after it's been braised. Nice caramelization in there. So come close to me, my man. Come close. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
And what about the other shell?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I stacked them.
Oh, we're making two of them.
No, I was stacking.
Oh, okay, we're gonna go single shell. Got it.
Like you said, we do have people. People will be here.
They're lurking
Strange,
already.
They just kind of show up out of nowhere.
They are lurking.
You start seeing them line outside the studio.
Lines outside the studio. Okay, dress those bad boys. How would you do it?
Well, with pork.
And when you do that, of course, I had to get me some carne asada. So this one I marinated in chipotle peppers and peppers and guajillo peppers.
Guajillo?
Guajillo. There are about, I think, 1,000 kinds of different peppers.
I don't doubt it.
Yes, and we use so many. He's sneezing too. The pepper is getting there.
It's getting our.
I'm telling you, that pepper is like, whoo. After I.
Isaac, if you'd like, you can prop open the door. Get some airflow in here.
After I put the jalapeno in there on the flat top, I'm like, I don't think that was a good idea.
Maybe we end up on going viral on YouTube. Watch these guys die from inhalation of jalapenos.
For inhalation of capsule oils. They inhalated capsule oils. They're gonna die in a moment.
At least we'd be well.
It's okay. Okay, note to self.
It's gonna make a note.
Note to self. Do not.
Don't do this ever again.
Don't put hot peppers on the flat top while you're having a live show, because you'll choke to death.
Without decent ventilation.
Without decent ventilation. You know what? So many things you don't realize. You're used to the kitchen, the exhaust fans, and the equipment there, and then when you're trying to do something this simple, it's like, oh yeah, that's not a good idea, but it worked in the kitchen.
So what I've done is I've taken some of those pickled jalapenos.
Oh, look at that.
And a little bit.
Let me give you some space in there.
Oh, you're good.
Now I'm gonna take away the horrible.
I don't have a problem with radishes.
Yes,
you just seem to bring them out for everything. So I'm making
because they're delicious.
pastor green. What about verde?
Verde, and also those are they're green chiles. They're kind of jalapeno, but they're not that spicy.
So I've got the braised pork with a little bit of refried beans. I've got some of the pickled jalapenos on the side, some onions and cilantro, and a little bit of the tomatillo.
Look at you.
Yes,
you
yummy.
look like you've been like hanging out with in a cooking show.
I don't know. It's this guy right here.
Now, when you serve them in any restaurant, you can do this.
Just stick them together.
Just stick them together. They give them some height.
Yep.
And there's some restaurants also that they will have the taco holder. They're like this bad boys right here.
Yeah. Definitely want one of those.
Taco holders. Cool. And they're going to look better. It's presentation. The good thing is stainless steel. You can just run them through the washer, and it's beautiful. Now, the last thing we're going to do before we run out of time, I want to show you how this cheese crumbles. That's el queso fresco.
Right.
So,
wow. I know. I am trying my best not to sneeze.
But if you sneeze, don't do like me. Just put your hand on top of the microphone. Here.
Thank you.
Now, slice the sides. Hold on, let me clean that one so we don't get the hot spicy juices on top of the cheese. Somebody might not like the spiciness. And just cut a couple of slices.
Okay.
And then with your fingers, crumble it. Don't worry, I got plenty of paper here. And this is, now there's this.
Yeah, see, it just falls apart.
Yeah, and this is the cheese, of course, we find here. Again, back in Mexico, they have so many different kinds of this same cheese. And I've seen people try to melt this cheese. It's like, stop, it won't melt. It's the way it's made, it's the way it was designed to be.
So I say, Chef, hand me a plate and I'll start piling some cheese up.
And this is the carne asada. And if anybody wants the recipes, please shoot me an email.
Absolutely.
I'll be more than welcome to share the recipes. These are recipes that I have collected through my travels. You might not find them in a book, and it's very simple. There's no secret ingredient. People go like, oh, what's the secret ingredient? There's no secret ingredient. There are techniques. There are no secret ingredients. Ooh. There are techniques. There are no secret ingredients. They might. There might be some ingredients that you're not used to, like the nopales, the cactus leaf. You might not be used to use those, but they are. It's just, oh, it's a secret ingredient. No, it's something that you just don't usually use. And I love to go into the Latin markets and market plazas and ask the people working there, hey, how would you like to eat this? And again, as a restaurant operator, this is a great way to increase your bottom line with probably ingredients that you might have already on the line. Don't be afraid. Hey, but I make burgers. Well, make burger tacos.
That's right.
Probably you have a chicken sandwich on your menu that is grilled. Take the grilled chicken breast, slice it, offer it in a taco shell. One thing that you need to keep in consideration as a restaurant operator, taco shells are gluten-free. And there's a lot of people on the gluten-free bandwagon. And there's, I don't want to make fun of celiac disease. Some people have celiac disease. Some people are followers of Hollywood diets and fads. So no problem. Most of these tortillas are gluten-free, and a lot of them are GMO certified, that they're not GMO, from GMO corn. Including your menu, there's so many possibilities that you can have with it. And as a restaurant operator, have fun. Put it as a special on your menus. Play with the ingredients. Test it. Offer it to people as a little taste. Oh, I'm trying this new recipe. Would you like to try one? Put it on the table. I remember back in Spain when we used to live at the country club, we used to try a new hors d'oeuvre or amuse-bouche. We just make it and send it to the table. And we used to ask the people, can you please give us your opinion on that one? Oh, I don't like it, I like it. And from there, we actually developed different appetizers to give to customers.
All based upon what they want.
Yeah, because every region is different. Every country is different. Every area is different. People have different tastes wherever you go. So as we slowly die here, and it took go our noses, that's the beauty of life.
That was actually amazing on how fast, as soon as you applied the heat, that the oils came out, and we were like, woo!
And thank God it's not a habanero
or
a ghost pepper.
Yeah, we would be on the floor.
Because I was going to bring a couple of habaneros to roast and put on the tacos, but I'm like, that might be a little bit too hot for the people coming. Yeah. And we do have ghost peppers growing in the gardens nowadays.
Do you really? You guys are growing some ghost peppers out there?
Yeah, just a little plant because it's still. Look, they even brought a little fan.
Yeah,
in
thank
here.
you, Amanda.
Thank you. Oh, you're the best. That's what a producer. That's a producer right there. Hand for Amanda. I think we need to finish this show a little early.
Yeah.
We need to.
I think you got the biggest.
I got the full.
Because you're leaning over it.
I was leaning. The whole cloud came like this, and it's still stuck around my face.
So once again, the lesson learned today is just because as you said, as you put the pepper on there, just because we can, perhaps we should ask, should we?
We have no ventilation. We
That's
have
true.
nothing. It's not the kitchen that we usually work. I hope you got a little bit of information about tacos as a restaurant operator. Get inspired of doing tacos. If you need my help, call me. I'll come help you out on your restaurant.
And there's so many different ways you can do these things. It's a complete, once again, blank canvas.
And even modifying the ingredients that you have already at your restaurant. You can offer a full taco. You can offer a full taco menu, believe it or not. If you can't believe it, call me. I'll come visit you. I'll give you a hand. We can talk about how can I help you. Send me an email. But we need to sign off a couple of minutes early. This is Chef Carlo.
Well, I was going to interject one more thing.
Yeah, please.
You know, over the course of the entire semester, we've been showing you all kinds of great things, sandwiches and poke and ceviche and pad. And
Poke, we talk about it, but we didn't make it.
We did not make it. And perhaps that's something to look. But look, you know, Chef Carlo is an instructor here at Nash Community College of the culinary program. If you are interested in culinary arts, we have a absolutely wonderful program. Isaac, our cameraman here, can attest to that, who is graduating on Friday, and congratulations. But go to nashcc.edu and look up the culinary program if you're really interested. You can learn all this and everything that we have made this semester from professional chefs.
And if you already are in the industry, already are cooking, there's nothing wrong to come to school and refine your skills.
Absolutely.
There's a misconception that culinary school is for people that have no culinary skills. That's not true. We'll help you refine the skills that you already have. You can be an excellent cook, but you never made sausage. You will learn to do that on the garde manger class. You excellent expediter, but you need to learn a little bit more on soups. You'll learn that here. You need to learn about pâtés, baking, how to make your own bread. I know it's easy to go buy your bread, but Hill will teach you how to make bread from scratch. And not only that, we have two kinds of ovens. We have three kinds of oven: convection, regular, and we have an Italian brick oven that will teach you how to make bread, how to make breads there. Sorry, the pepper is like...
I know. It's all good.
And come visit us. If you live nearby, come visit campus. If you live far away, we have students that come from DC, Atlanta, Virginia, that they have moved down to the area to attend the school. Come see us. We'll give you a tour. We'll mentor you. We'll help you with the transfer. All the beautiful stuff. And thank you for reminding me that.
No, absolutely.
I always keep forgetting that.
We work here, and you guys run an amazing program over there.
Thank you very much.
But thanks again for watching Talking Food. Are we here next Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, so
we're here until the end of May.
Okay, we're here till the end of May. So join us next Tuesday and check out Facebook and leave a comment if you want. Once again, he can always send you the braising recipes for these. So, and we will check you out next Tuesday. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.